Good afternoon. I just wanted to make sure that you guys had access to this quick flip recording on social structure. Excuse me. I'm just verifying that everything is working, and let's get started. Social structure. This is our Unit 4 review. Students will explain the development and importance of culture. Students will evaluate how culture develops and evolves. Thank you for being great. This week in sociology, we'll not have a class tomorrow, so I'm providing you with a PowerPoint review on this social structure. And I want you guys to look into Canvas and pull up the cultural norms project. And that's our assignment for this week. It's not due to the 30th, but I'd like for you to start it on this week. And don't forget your Quizlet review. And then this week, we'll kind of just focus on social structure and group behavior. This is the Cultural Norms Project overview. Your instructions are to create a multimedia presentation. It can be PowerPoint, it can be video, it can be Prezi or emails about the characteristics of culture. Visually discuss the 4 cultural norms. Sociologists speak of at least 4 types. Most often they are folkways, mores, taboos, and laws. You can create, again, a PowerPoint. You can create a video or a present. When I say visually discuss, what I mean is that you will take, there's definitions, you will take the definition and then you will restate it in your own words, and you'll put a visual image of some sort along with your presentation. So every term is going to have some visual media associated with it. Make sure that it is class appropriate and submit it into the Dropbox as soon as possible. Thank you very much. I need you to know we're not doing the Unit 4 lab. We are going to do this assignment instead. The major components of social structure. Social structure, the network of interrelated statuses and roles that guide human interactions. Status, what's your action? I guess I could be a teacher. What's your status, I should say. I can be a teacher. I can be a mother. I can be any number of things. While you can be a student, you can be a child, you can be a brother or sister. That's what they're asking. What is your status? Who are you? What role do you play inside of your status? And we're going to go back and look at status again. Status, socially defined positions within a group or society. Role behavior, the rights and obligations expected of someone occupying a particular status. So roles corresponding to her various statuses. She's a mother, she's firm with her children, she's setting boundaries, she cooks meals, she's helpful with homeworks, she buys clothes. And you see she has a vacuum cleaner and she has the pot on the stove. As a boss, she's deferential to her boss. Who's her boss's correspondence because she's the secretary. She takes minutes at the staff meetings. She serves as the first point of contact for the boss's client. So she has a whole lot of responsibilities at work. As well as she has a husband, according to this chart. Occasionally disputes the husband, mostly though agrees with him, sends birthdays, holiday greetings on behalf of her husband, listens to her husband's gripe about his job, and is sexually intimate with her husband at a mutually approved time. So there's a lot of things that go along with being Teresa, the 35-year-old wife, mother, and full-time secretary. Role statuses and human interaction. People's particular roles and statuses affect how they relate to one another. Sometimes I can say, you treat me differently because I am your teacher. Why? Because I fit in a different place than than you. You're a student, I'm a teacher. We don't, we are not peers. We come together as people that are working towards a task, and we have different statuses and roles as we come together. The elements of social interactions include interaction, exchange, conflict, cooperation, uh, competition and accommodation, roles, role expectations, role conflict, and role strain. And then statuses are achieved, ascribed, embodied, and master status. We're going to talk about achieved, ascribed, and master status. Types of status, ascribed status, assigned according to standards that are beyond a person's control. Examples: age, sex, family history, and race. Let's say achieved status, status acquired by an individual on the basis of some special skill or knowledge or ability. I worked towards this. I became a nurse. I became a doctor. I became an astronaut. That's an achieve. I worked to achieve a specific status. And then master status, the status that plays the greatest role in shaping a person's life and determining their social identity. I'm the best at this. There's nobody greater than me. Hussein, I'm a track runner and I'm so bad that Hussein Bolt gets nervous when I come around. Roles and expectations. Reciprocal roles, corresponding roles that define the patterns between the interaction between the related statuses. You have to be married to have a spousal relationship. You have to be a sibling to have a sibling relationship. So reciprocal roles means that one correlates to the other. Then there's role expectations and socially determined behaviors expected of a person performing a role. What expectations do you have for teachers, doctors, lawyers, sanitation workers, fast food workers? What in your mind do you see for them as you find out what their role is, the role they play in life? When we're dealing with conflict and strain and roles, we find that role performance is the actual behavior of a person performing the role. Role set, different roles attached to a single status. It depends on where you are and what you're doing and how it fits into the general scheme of things. Then you deal with the role conflict, the situation that occurs when fulfilling the expectations of one role makes it difficult to fill the expectation of another role. Soldiers, for example, his job entails putting himself in danger, but he could have loved ones as a husband and father at home who need him as well. Role strain, the situation that occurs when a person has difficulty meeting the expectations of a single role. We go back to Teresa, and Teresa had so many things that she was responsible for. Surely you can imagine that some of it wasn't getting done at all. Can you think of other examples of conflict and strain? Status, take the firefighter, putting out fires, saving lives, wearing uniform, that's his role. Conflict examples could be voluntarily puts himself in danger, and like the soldier, he has loved ones who need him or her, and he may end up dead because of the job that he's chosen. The mother also provides shelter, food, nurturing family, disciplining children, but has to work long hours, long shifts, suffers from fatigue, make the household tasks, and introduction with those household tasks and the family become difficult because of the stresses of our other responsibilities. I have a video. I'm going to include the videos that I have for this next couple of days and this slideshow. I'm going to email it to you, and I'm also going to put it in our announcements board so you'll know where to go and what the expectations are over the next couple of days. Thank you for your time.